Hey folks, Troubletcat here, and today I'm giving you my quick review of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Full disclosure, I did not completely finish the game before making this review. I played about 15 hours before deciding I had enough and wanted to move on, and my review is going to be based on that. So to kick things off with the good. On the good side, we have the graphics, art design, and locations. The game is absolutely beautiful, both from a technical perspective and in terms of the art direction and design decisions. They also have a really interesting variety of locations in the game, and it's great for virtual tourism. The sound isn't too shabby either, so overall it's a big win for presentation. Secondly, the vibes. They just absolutely nailed the feeling of an Indiana Jones movie, from the music to the one-liners to the sound of the whip crack and the punches. They did a really good job on getting that aesthetic just right.
You have any idea how old that was?
Finally, the characters' writing and voice acting are all fantastic. Both the lead character Indiana Jones and secondary characters we know, as well as new secondary characters like the main villain Voss and our companion Gina, are very likable, very well written, and extremely well voice acted. For me, this was probably the thing I enjoyed the most about the game, were the cutscenes where these characters really got to show themselves, or exploration sections where you were being accompanied with Gina and doing a lot of banter along the way. Moving into aspects that were meh, we really have everything about the core gameplay, unfortunately. The combat, puzzles, and platforming are all serviceable, but not amazing. The melee combat is fairly typical first-person brawling. I've never been a huge fan of this, and the gunplay doesn't have much to be said for it, good or bad. It's perfectly serviceable. It's fine. The puzzles are generally quite easy and not overall that interesting. I will say a good aspect of the puzzles was that I never got stuck for long, and I never felt that a puzzle was really unfair. So, again, they're okay. The platforming is fairly typical first-person platforming. I will say you move a bit slowly, and it's not particularly fun, but again, it doesn't actively get in the way of your enjoyment of the game. So why didn't I finish it? Well, the game has two major problems. The first is the plot. After 15 hours, I've uncovered the main plot hook of the game, but it just doesn't feel that compelling to me. I just don't feel that the game grabs you with enough of a compelling plot hook early on enough to pull you through the story and keep you wanting to see what happens next to these great, well-written characters they have. And the second big problem, and perhaps the real reason I didn't finish the game, was the pacing. The game is sort of a combination of open-world exploration and more confined or controlled sections where you're, say, exploring a specific catacomb or dungeon. Unfortunately, a lot of these catacomb or dungeon sections just go on for too long with too little variety and didn't end up holding my interest long enough to pull me through the game. At the end of the day, my final score is 3 out of 5 cats, which translates to a conditional recommendation. I would recommend this game if you are a fan of Indiana Jones. In terms of the feel and the writing, this game nails those things, as well as the locations and the feel of virtual tourism. But I would say you also need to be willing to put up with a bit of a slower-paced experience. Alright, that's all for today, folks. Thanks for watching. Until next time, Troubletcat out.